the job scams are getting smarter. And I may have just narrowly avoided getting scammed out of some money from a job scam on LinkedIn by a company called Worlderverse offering me a blockchain developer position. I'm gonna walk you all through how it went down, so hopefully you don't fall for the same trap as me. So, just some red flags that started showing up from this job immediately. The first red flag number one, the website was just absolute garbage. None of the links worked. Every single one took me straight back to LinkedIn. It was a closed loop. It already had me questioning, like, is this real? What are they doing here? Well, actually, scratch that. Red flag number one was that the job offer was made through a direct message on LinkedIn. I don't know if any of you have ever had success through people reaching out to you on LinkedIn, but for me, I've had, I don't know, at this point, hundreds of people who have reached out to me on LinkedIn with job offers, and it's never turned into anything, right? So, red flag number one, they reached out to me on LinkedIn. I was about to not respond to it, but then I responded to it, and I just did a quick look over the website. I was like, it's not gonna hurt to apply for this job. I applied for the job, and they set me up with an interview, right? So they sent me up through an interview with Willow at first, and these are these god-awful one-way interviews that they've started sending to people to get a feel for you. If you are a recruiter, if you are interviewing for people and you use Willow or you use any sort of like one-way interview service, it's such a red flag. It makes you look so slimy. You're making people turn in videos on top of their resumes, on top of their applications. We're already going through automated garbage, and now we're sending in our videos to go through AI on top of that. So again, bunch of red flags. We hate it, right? But that's just the state of the job market at the moment. All right, red flag number two. From the LinkedIn, I ran their entire team's headshots through PimEyes because these did not look like real people, right? So I used PimEyes, which is you can put a picture in there and it'll give you back some feedback, facial recognition software, right? It's supposed to show you where else these faces exist on the internet. Guess what? No results. So either these people are complete ghosts and don't have a life outside of this job, or yeah, they're AI generated faces. The third major red flag was when I went back to check on the original LinkedIn message. I wanted to pull up the message history between me and Lords Rocha, who was the original person who reached out to me. They blocked me. It was gone. The person has deleted me after contact with them. So that's, it's just enough. It warranted me making this video. I want to help people out here, right? So the one thing that was a green flag for this entire process and why I got so far along with it was there was actually a interview between me and a real person. I actually interviewed with a real person. A guy, a real human, hopped on Google Meet. His name was Josh, right? He asked me all legitimate sounding questions about the project. And then questions about my experience, tokenomics, cryptocurrency, blockchain. And he seemed excited to bring me on board. It felt weirdly normal, right? But that's when things sort of went awry, right? The interview ended. He was like, "You did a good job." I asked him questions, what the long-term plans for the company are, when they plan on getting back to me, right? He said, "Oh, we'll probably get back to you within a day." which is kind of, I don't know. If you've been interviewing for jobs out here, it's a little bit rare that they get back to you so quickly after an interview. They're usually talking to other people at the same time. So they get back to me within an hour of the interview with a job offer, right? Okay, job, $80 an hour, 12-month contract. But there's this one part of the email that stands out. They want me to send them a check for job equipment. A check. This is a blockchain developer position in 2024, and they want me to send them a check for equipment. It's remote. I have all my own equipment set up. Who sends checks anymore, right? So clearly a scam at this point. I don't even really need to keep moving forward with the interview. So I go back into the message history with Lords. That's their name, Lords Rocha. They're not a real person, so I don't feel bad putting their name out there, right? And she's like, oh, I don't know what part of the job offer asked for a check. And I'm like, okay, well, it's this part of the job offer. I don't feel comfortable signing the contract or giving you any more of my information until I can meet more of the team, right? Because at this point, I know that the team probably doesn't exist, that this guy who was interviewing me was probably some a quick turnaround Upwork hire that they just got for half an hour or an hour to ask me questions. And so I'm like, just to kind of play ball a little bit, I say, I am going to wait till our meeting on Monday, my onboarding meeting, before I sign in any of the documents. Calling her bluff, hoping that maybe in some weird world they try to get 7 people together to act as every fake person that they've made up, because at this point they're definitely not extracting a check out of me. I went to their page. I saw a couple posts from other people who had similar experiences with Worlderverse, this fake company. I checked out some other fake companies that were in the work history of these people working for Worlderverse. And yeah, it was just all a scam. This is rampant on LinkedIn right now, and it kind of just leaves this bad taste in my mouth, not only with the state of the job market, but with the state of LinkedIn, and the fact that they're really not doing anything to protect people from these sorts of job application scams. The numbers are all fudged on this site. When you go to an easy apply job, those application numbers don't reflect the amount of people that are actually applying to the job. Everything posted to LinkedIn feels like it's just fodder for recruiters. And the quality of the site itself has gone downhill significantly in the past 5 years, especially with the proliferation of AI. And so I think what I'm calling for is for people to come forward who have had similar experiences with these sort of scam job postings. If you are somebody who is conducting fraudulent job offers at the moment, I want to kind of shame you a little bit, because you're targeting people who are unemployed, are underemployed, or are seeking employment, and that's just wrong to do. And I want to kind of demand that LinkedIn has more control over this content not being posted or shared on their website. So yeah, check out the links to all the profiles associated with Worlderverse in this video, and let's shine a little light on these scammers. Shine a little light on LinkedIn not doing its job protecting people from fraud, and stay safe out there. I love you all.